So right now we're cruising through Slab City. We just stopped and checked out Salvation Mountain. I don't know if you can see the truck behind me. It's a Tacoma. My buddy Scott's in that truck, and we're in the 4Runner. Cricket's behind me there. I don't know if you can see her. But we're gonna do a couple days of bouncing around Salton Sea and Joshua Tree. Right now we're on the east side of the Salton Sea. We might stop at Bombay Beach, but our goal right now is to get to the Palmas Preserve. I've never been there before, but I've seen it on the map a bunch of times. The pictures look cool, so it might be a neat place to stop, hike around a little bit. Talking about turning the Salton Sea into a huge lithium mine, which I think is a great idea. But I'm curious how it's going to change this entire area. I'll tell you what, if there's one area that really needs a revitalization project, it's the Salton Sea. The BLM website lists the Dos Palmas Preserve as an oasis with hundreds of swaying fan palms offering sanctuary in the midst of the dry Colorado desert. Pools led by artesian springs and seepage from nearby Coachella Canal form a lush wetland area. I gotta admit, that place is a little creepy. There's just a lot of fallen palm trees and it's very quiet inside there. It was neat. I'm glad we went and saw it. And I'll probably go back. But yeah, a little creepy. A little creepy. I imagine at the right time of day, it's a pretty horror show. Just entering Box Canyon, and our original plan for tonight was to camp at a campsite that I've been to before in Box Canyon, one of my favorite places to camp. But we checked the weather report and it's looking like some pretty crazy thunder showers starting in about 2 hours. And the last thing that we want to be, or the last place we want to be during a pretty big thunder shower is in a slot canyon. So we're gonna punt to our backup plan campsite, which is the BLM south of Joshua Tree. Camped there a bunch of times before. It's a great place to camp if you get a good spot, but most of the spots are pretty good. But I sure love driving through Box Canyon. Even if you just stay on the road, it's so beautiful. So this is the BLM area that's south of Joshua Tree. Pretty busy right now. Hopefully the campsites a little farther down aren't all taken up. Did we go the wrong way? morning. It worked out pretty well last night. The rain came pretty hard. I don't think it came as hard as it did on the other side of the hills that we're driving toward right now. I think on the other side it really came down. So we would have been in a slot canyon. That would have been interesting. But we had a good night, had some good food, listened to some music, drank a little mezcal. Now we're on our way to our next adventure, which is hiking in Painted Canyon. All right. So we are still on Berdoo Road, and we're headed into Joshua Tree. Just aired down to about 18 pounds. I think Cricket's found her spot where she likes to be in the truck. Right, Cricket? Kind of up high, nice and soft place, closer to the back. I don't really know if she likes off-roading too much. I've seen some dogs that get really excited about it. I've seen some dogs that just kind of cower. I know she likes it when we get there. She looks happy right now, though. The weather is just perfect. It's sunny and cool. A little bit of a breeze. Not bad at all.
Not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Nah.
Found that rock.
Got a little turned around back there. There's so many different roads intersecting and twisting around through this big wash. I think at this one point right here, there's 3 paths through the wash. And if you take the wrong one, it leads you into some side canyon or something like that. So, no harm, no foul. We were able to turn around. We just had to stop and hang out for a little bit. I've been having some issues with the transmission in this 4Runner, and it's overheating. The light came on, and we haven't reached Geology Tour Road yet, which is the next road in this adventure. But I had the transmission serviced after the last time I had problems, and this has been the first time since then that I've really done any off-roading. Actually, no, I did one other trip and it was fine. I checked the transmission fluid. Transmission fluid's where it's supposed to be, but it's really concerning me. I mean, the truck has almost 250,000 miles on it. The transmission has not been replaced as far as I know. The motor's been replaced. I had the bottom replaced with a used motor that had about 104,000 on it, and then the whole top of the motor is brand new. I'm hoping I don't have to replace my transmission, but I think the next time I have it serviced, doing a transfer case service, because I only see it overheating when I'm in four-wheel drive. Anyways, I'm rambling. So it's been a while since I've been on Berdoo Road. And the last time I was here, it seemed easier. Like that area that we just went through right there was super tore up and a lot more exposed rock. So yeah, it's a slightly different road than I remember. I think that was our last like real gatekeeper on this road. From here on out, it's just going to be some soft sand, maybe a couple more rocks here and there, but it's a really fun road. I hope Scott's enjoying it. He seems happy. It was cool to get video of his truck having a little bit of a test, you know. I don't think he's taken it on roads like this very often, but maybe. I'm not sure where the park line is. We might actually already be in the park. Let me see if the map shows. Oh yeah, we're in the park. But we're just starting to see Joshua trees. Some yuccas, some Joshua trees. Everything's all new again. I did see one or two cactus back there on Berdoo Road. The paddle varietal. But we're just starting to see some yuccas. So we just stopped to let the transmission cool off for a bit. It's got to go in the shop. Oh well. That's what happens when you love an old truck with high miles. Hi, Pope. You're doing really good. You're a good dog. Our original plan
had us driving from Joshua Tree up through Old Dale Road and then into the Old Dale mining district. But the road getting there is pretty harsh, and with the troubles I've been having with my transmission, we decided to loop around through the park on the pavement and then all the way through 29 Palms and into the Old Dale area.
So we're out in the Old Dale mining district, and we found this little bowl to camp in. There's Scott's Tacoma. There's my Forerunner. And somewhere right down there is Cricket. So we're gonna set up camp, make a little dinner, maybe have a drink or two. So let's see if we can figure out what this is. You never know what you're going to find out in the desert. Looks like it's a pickup, maybe. Old Japanese style door levers. Definitely a pickup. Maybe an old Datsun? Well, the bed's missing, so no clue there. Looks like somebody stole the catalytic converter. Transmission's still there. Of course, it's probably not going to hold up to any kind of driving. I don't think this piece of ceramic is original to the vehicle. You never know what you're going to find out in the desert. We watched the sunset, lit the fireboxes, and hung out for a while. So we decided to try out Old Dale. Our original plan was to go and find a good place to eat lunch, hang out for a little bit, and then head back to San Diego. But instead, we're gonna check out Old Dale and continue to eat out of the coolers. I just decided to see how the truck would do in two-wheel drive. The transmission doesn't seem to be overheating at all when I keep it in out of 4x4. So today I will be selectively using 4x4 four-wheel drive when I feel like I need a little extra oompa to get out of a situation. But we're aired down. The road is a lot smoother than it was last night. We drove about 3.5 miles at street pressure, and it was just shaking the truck apart, you know. But it's such a beautiful day. Nice and warm, a little bit of clouds in the sky, and checking out this old mining district. See if we can get a little bit of Scott out the rear view there, doing his thing.
So I'm betting that there's a ton of wind noise in this video, but I'm still gonna shoot it. I'm pretty sure that structures like that right there were foundations for big tanks. Yeah. And then you got the clean out path. There was probably another tank down there where they, the final whatever. And they must have trucked whatever material out for like final processing or something. What a mess. So I'm pretty sure that area is called the Gold Crown Mine, and I'll look it up when I get home. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I've been out here before, and it's always so cool to see just all that old infrastructure. Kind of disheartening to see all of the, I guess I call it slurry, that was washed out as a result of the mining operations, because, and I'll check this too, but I think that it contains a bunch of toxins like arsenic. But it was a different world back then, right? Hopefully we've learned some things since then and we're doing it differently. All right, back to a little smoother sand. We're headed toward home now. It's gonna take us almost 4 hours to get there. We still have to air up, and we'll probably have to get gas one more time. 200 miles exactly to get home. So, this has been a good trip. Right, Cricket? I don't know if you can see her back there, but she actually looked this way. So for this trip, I popped for a couple of new items. Actually, I bought my radio a while ago. I picked up a Midland GSMR, I think that's the acronym, handheld radio. It's got an antenna that's on top of the truck, and it really is nicer than just the little handheld walkie-talkie between vehicles. It's night and day difference. I didn't really worry about getting separated and not being able to communicate. The other thing I popped for was a 25-inch wide cot mattress that is, I think 4 inches of foam, and I slept so well on that. It was really, really nice. That, and it's got a fold in exactly the right place, so I can flip the end of it over and be able to put all my gear in the back. And then when it's time to set up camp, I just take that gear out, flip the mattress back down, and ready to crash out. Seriously, like a 5-minute process to be able to get camp put away, or to get camp spread out. Putting it away takes more time because you got to set up table or take down tables and stuff like that. But the sleeping arrangement's really nice. So double win. Hey Scott, I figure we'll stop in Joshua Tree and get some gas. There might be a place that's less than $4.50 a gallon.
Yeah, copy. I'm following you.
So I had the foresight to make a PB&J right after I finished making breakfast. We got 3 hours, 17 minutes, 190 miles. Should be arriving home just in time to pick up my youngest son from school. So, mission accomplished.